Hello, everybody. Oh, I should put it to just chatting so I don't get banned. What did what did we do wrong? Oh yeah, it's time to have a chat, guys. Let's all sit down and I'll tell you what you did wrong. You're in timeout. I'm sorry. No, I mean, I could have just gone and done this as like a video that I local record and then upload to the second channel anyway. I just wanted to do like kind of a follow-up video to yesterday's main channel video, but talking in more detail. Yeah. Wait, why are you doing emote only? We don't need to go emote only. I'm super confused. Oh, you're giving them a timeout? Got it. I didn't get it. Anyway, since we last streamed, we had Chelsea gifting a sub to Moobot, and Anonymous gifting a sub to Stands. Excuse me. It was a joke. I said it was a joke. I didn't realize it was a joke. That's my bad. Don't have a sense of humor. It's been evacuated from me after many years on the internet. Karchner, 9 months, pretty swick. Hello to you too. Little Emerald with 4 months. You're the best captain. Thank you. I don't know if I'm the best, but I'll take it. You're right. I do need to invent humor in the universe. I see this splash screen and title screen right behind the OBS window right now. We're going to move over to Minecraft right after this. Are you breaking up with us? It's not you. It's me. I swear you did nothing wrong. It's just things have changed, man. Okay, anyway, let's do the thing. This is mainly like, I feel like I'm recording this mostly for the sake of it turning into a VOD and uploading it after the fact. But, you know, since the channel is primarily live stream VODs, although every now and again, you know, I do a local record and update it there or upload it there anyway. It's not like I've never uploaded anything there that wasn't done in a live stream, but anywho, it's let's go. Oh, did I turn my I didn't turn it on. Good catch. Oh my god, good catch. I almost ruined it again. For some reason I'm destined to, when I'm doing this video, it just not turn on the green screen. Go get yourself a beautiful AGS from Sub2R, hashtag sponsor, because I have some share ownership. Yeah. I've never made money directly, so it's not like that kind of hashtag sponsor. It's a hashtag like if anyone ever bought them out, then I could, in theory, make money. So, okie dokie, here we go. Hi, everybody. So, I wanted to make a video where I discussed in a little bit more detail the whole retiring Minecraft from the main channel. I wanted to make things super quick and concise in the video that went up on the main channel so that the basic gist would go out to everybody before most people end up clicking off the video. But for those of you here who maybe are interested in hearing a little bit more and want to watch more detail, here we are on CaptainSparklez 2, where Minecraft content will be continuing as it has, as far as I plan to do. So, like, in the main channel video, obviously, I just told you, you know, over the last few years, it's kind of trended in the direction of less people watching the Minecraft content, and that the content I've posted recently that's Minecraft on the main channel, oftentimes, like, within the first hour or so, I'm like, yeah, I should have probably just done that as second channel content. It just would have ended up possibly getting even more viewership there. And then, you know, you factor in the editing costs associated with posting a video on the main channel, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, it would have just made more sense to do it as a second channel piece of content. But to rewind, I think it's actually interesting to kind of see how things have evolved over the years to get to where they are now on YouTube in terms of the video ecosystem. And I'm probably going to be piecing together things that I have said in other videos at some point or another but it all relates to how things have panned out over the years. So I think, let's look back to like 2012, 2013, when I was kind of in the big swing of Minecraft modded, I mean, even vanilla series, 2011. When did the first Minecraft Let's Play go out? Was that beginning of 2012? I think it was. So that was like early days of doing all the Let's Plays and whatnot on Minecraft. And if you look at, I think, why people were watching those, so regularly and episodic content was something that performed very well. I think that back then, there were not nearly as many people who were making content on YouTube, therefore not nearly as many people who were making gaming content on YouTube. And so there was simply like much less of a selection of people to choose from to watch. Then you go to, okay, well, of those people who are even making gaming content on YouTube at this time, which, like, in terms of absolute numbers, probably still a lot of people, but compared to today is nothing. Of those people, there aren't that many who are actually in a position doing it full time, who can put out that content very, very consistently. And so combine that with, you know, every now and again posting a music video that brings people in. They say, oh, hey, this guy's actually really consistent at posting Minecraft content. Oh, I haven't heard of this mod before. This is he put together a mod pack. This is new. I haven't seen this. This kind of shows me, oh, I could try this myself. And a lot of people discover it from that, and it's something that they stay tuned to. More and more of an audience kind of collects from that. And it was a system that worked very well in like 2012, 2013. So as the years go by, though, more and more people start making content on YouTube. YouTube becomes more and more mainstream, and people are like, oh my God, you can make a really good living on YouTube. It drives more and more people to the platform to make content. And it becomes, I mean, the word gets thrown around a lot, but it becomes very oversaturated. And so you end up having to start to think about, okay, well, any channel that is out there on YouTube, what is its edge, right? What is your competitive edge versus other people who are making YouTube content? And that's something anyone who is looking to get into making videos and like, oh, what should I do? What's a good tip for me to get started? That's something that I would bring up is, okay, what is your competitive edge? What is it about your videos that makes you stand out versus someone else who's doing something that's very similar? And because let's be honest, in gaming, there is a lot of similar stuff out there. So what are you doing that sets yourself apart? In the early days, it was, well, I'm very consistent, and I'm putting out things that are of reasonable quality, right? Maybe that was at a time where not everyone was even posting in high definition on their series, maybe not the best microphone quality. So it was an easier competitive edge to attain, but a competitive edge nonetheless. Well, you fast forward to today, there are countless people who fit that criteria. And so no longer is that something that necessarily sets you apart, right? And so for someone like me, if you're not necessarily wanting to make a pivot and follow the meta to, you know, try to play into what generates more of an audience, what ends up happening is that you'll have an existing audience that is still there and are interested in your content, but you're not necessarily going to start to bring more people in. And then therefore people in your current audience, they're going to, you know, change interests. They get older. And I don't necessarily watch that many of the people today who I was watching 10 years ago myself. Naturally, things change. And so that pool of people who are still watching you just gets smaller and smaller and smaller if you keep doing the same thing. Over that time period, YouTube has also gotten like significantly more algorithmic in the way that it shares content with people. Back, say, 2012, 2013, if you subscribe to a channel, it's very likely that you would see that person's content in your subscriptions feed. That was actually a pretty big method for people to see your videos, was from subscriptions. Today, subscriptions mean almost nothing, right? Content is almost entirely algorithmically delivered to you on your homepage. And so what happens today, basically, is that you visit YouTube's homepage, and YouTube is to personify it, having an internal discussion with itself, saying, okay, of all the content that is out there, what do I think I should serve this person that makes them most likely to click on a video and stay on the site for a longer period of time? And that may mean they receive a piece of content from one of their subscriptions if that's a person who they have, clicked on their videos, watched them through for a good length and reacted positively to, then you might be in there. But it also throws in content from everywhere, from channels that you aren't subscribed to, things that it just thinks you might click on and be interested in. And so as that has taken place, you have more people coming into the ecosystem making videos. And because there's so many more, if you take someone who's spending an entire month doing a 100 days video, I just use as an example because that's the most common thing out there, right? that gets a lot of Minecraft viewership. There are enough people out there now who produce those. Maybe they spent a month doing a video, or 2 weeks, or whatever it is, and that you could subscribe to like 30 of these channels that are doing this, and you're going to get a new piece of content every single day, when that wasn't really something that was ever feasible back 10 years ago. And so the type of content that YouTube ends up naturally showing to new people coming into the gaming ecosystem on YouTube is, this content, which rightfully so, it's had a lot of effort put into it. It's like higher production value and there's more time spent on it. But a lot of these channels now have basically evolved into behemoths of, like, they have a whole bunch of staff on hand in order to facilitate the production of these on a regular basis. And it's all about, fitting into the meta. This is what I think YouTube is going to recommend, optimizing the thumbnails and, how the content is paced in order to eliminate any downtime whatsoever. And so it means that's the type of content that gets recommended to people, and content like what I've primarily put out over the years, which doesn't have as much of a competitive edge these days, is no longer going to be served very regularly to new people because they're less inclined to click on it versus the other catchier, extremely optimized content. So anyway, it's not an excuse, right? Because, those people are putting a lot of work into their content. And meanwhile, I am still, for the most part, putting out content that's of a similar style as to what I've been doing for years and years and years. And it's only natural that things are going to change. So it comes down to, do I want to try to make some big shift into that new style of content? Or is it better to just say, you know what, that's not necessarily where my interest is at. Let me try to pursue a different strategy. Naturally, people are going to say, well, what does it matter if you're getting viewership or not? Like, if you still want to make the Minecraft content you've always been doing, why don't you keep doing that? And the answer there then goes back to this channel, CaptainSparklez 2, because if I take a whole bunch of time trying to plan out a long video and it takes a much longer amount of time to edit versus just doing it in a straight shot live. Then I have to pay for the video to be edited. Then it's a shorter video that is not going to monetize as much. In fact, it might even not generate as much to cover the cost of editing, which means each video could potentially be running at a loss. You have to think, okay, well, if the majority of people who are still watching the Minecraft content on the main channel are probably also mostly on the second channel, then in that case, it just seems like it makes more sense for the Minecraft content in the future to exist on the second channel and to take a different approach on the main channel. So anyway, all that has kind of, gradually evolved over the years to get to the point where it is now. And that's really been my primary reasoning. And yes, obviously, if I wanted to, like, I could try to bring some people on board and make the different kind of Minecraft content in order to fit in, but it's not, I don't know. I feel like it would look like I'm grasping at straws, and people would see the content on the main channel and be like, what are you trying to do here? you know, even if it kind of blends in with the approach that other people are doing that's working for that. It's kind of like, well, what are you, this is kind of, this isn't you. This doesn't feel like you. And it would just be kind of strange. So I think it's better to be authentic to myself. And I think like these kinds of videos where I'm, you know, trying to lend my almost 14 years of insight in this space to whatever current topic has come up is possibly a more interesting way for me to make content, while still, you know, through live streams and through the second channel, still being able to bring Minecraft or other games. And again, it's not to say that there's not going to be games on the main channel. I don't know exactly what they may be, and I like to leave the door open for the possibility of other things, but I think it just, when it comes to Minecraft, it makes more sense to have it exist on this channel. And so yeah, I think the whole idea of like having you know, you think of a competitive edge as something for companies making like physical products, but I do think it's an interesting thing to apply to YouTube videos, because if you think about it, I mean, your video is a product that people are consuming by watching, and why are they choosing to watch that piece of content? And I think if you think about videos in that sense, makes a lot of sense why Mr. Beast, for example, gets the sort of viewership that he does, is because nobody else has the ability to be able to recreate the content because of the budgets he has available to him at this point. And I think that for the most part, if you look at anyone who you watch, there is probably something specific about them that they do really well. That is why you and other people are interested in their content. Now, I mean, it may not be something that is still holding up to this day, but at least when you started, there was something. And then, you know, you maybe have continued watching them for years from that point. But at the very least, in the beginning, there was probably something that drew you in. There are also exceptions to every rule, right? There's going to be like I could say, well, episodic content I don't think works very well these days on YouTube in general. And someone could be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. The Hermitcraft does episodic content and it works just fine. And I'll be like, well, it's not, I wouldn't even call that an exception to the rule, right? Again, look at it from the framing of, okay, what's their competitive edge? Well, their competitive edge is you have a group of people who can all bounce off of each other and share an audience amongst one another. And also, I mean, I spoke in the video on the main channel about like I could pivot and become a master builder or something like that. So they have collaborative projects that are, you know, they're able to put together very, very impressive builds and riff off of each other. And so I think for that reason, they very much do have a competitive edge that drives people to be interested in watching them versus, you know, more of just a standard Let's Play single player on your own. But again, and then there are other people who do just simply do straight up Let's Plays and they do very well, but, you know, maybe they've got an incredibly good personality. They're a comedian. There's always something, right? But that something could really be anything. I am a master builder. Thank you. Yes, I did make the Kawaii house in the 1.20 series. I am a master builder. I could become an even like super duper master builder. It'd be tough to top that. It really would be tough. But I appreciate you pointing that out. I should be consistent. Chat's like, you're acknowledging us finally. Again, I said I was kind of doing this as like a YouTube video format, but yes. Hello, chat. You are here. This is a live stream at the moment. It's great to have you here. And so anyway, that's everything that led to the decision. It was not an overnight decision, certainly. And it was something that was, you know, weighing on me for a while as to how should I approach this? What's the best way to handle it? And another approach would be to simply not say anything and just let things phase out. But if I didn't say anything, then if there's ever, you know, 1 week or 2 week gap in between videos because I'm trying to think hard about, okay, what is a good piece of content to upload next year that I think a lot of people are going to like, here being the main channel in this case, I'd be like, people are expecting me to post Minecraft. They're going to be like, what the heck, dude? Why can't you just put together a Minecraft video? Are you lazy? Like, unbelievable. You used to be able to pump out 2 videos a day. Now you can't even be bothered in the span of 2 weeks. What the frick's going on? And so this, I think, helps me to feel less anxious if there are gaps in time where there's not necessarily a piece of content, because people will know, okay, well, if I want Minecraft, that exists on the second channel, and he's being a bit more thoughtful about the stuff that is going up on the main channel, and making sure that it's something that I find to be, you know, an interesting topic, or something I can share my insight. Or again, you know, there's a possibility of a music video, higher production value things that I will have more time to invest in if I'm not also thinking about, okay, what do I do for a new Minecraft video here? So I do hope I'll be able to take advantage of that time. So anyway, just thought that I'd elaborate a little bit more for those who were interested in hearing, so you could hear my thought process in a bit more detail. But thanks for tuning in. I am happy to continue doing stuff here, and I like making CaptainSparklez 2 is like the best YouTube decision I ever made, because it is like, when I post to the main channel, I'm always, and I have always been this way, it's not new, concerned about, okay, like, is this going to be received well? Does this fit? Is this like a good piece of content? Are people going to like it? Oh God, like the choices behind what do I make here are much more stressful than on CaptainSparklez 2, where I just feel very relaxed. Like, okay, you know what? I just try to stream. Yeah, it's going to go up there. Unless really not gone well on a stream or something like that. But for the most part, it's just a nice, casual place where I don't feel like stressed about, oh, how is this going to be received? So it was a great decision making it. I appreciate the community here on this channel. It's very cool to have. And so, yeah, thank you all for being here as well. And, all right, I've gotten to the point. I don't think I missed anything. So thanks for, and hopefully you can look forward to more Minecraft and other, video content and, stuff. And that's pretty much it. So anyway, all right, I'll see you in the next video and streams and stuff. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, cool. Sorry, again, yeah, that was more of like it was more YouTube video format, so thanks for bearing with me and all that stuff. I hope I did I miss anything? Is there anything I missed? Any questions that seem like, did I overlook anything?